Hey, Pat, it's Midnight Designer. We are back playing 7 Days today. And in our last episode, we did not fight a Day 35 horde, so we went to the hub city and blew off some steam and got ourselves killed in the process. But at that point, I was kind of more about having fun and throwing pipe bombs than I was about getting things done. So we blew off some steam. And so now we are back. So what I want to do right now is I want to try to upgrade some of our tools. I know we can definitely probably get a better steel pickaxe. Let's see, where are we? Where's it? There it is. We can probably definitely get a better steel pickaxe at this point. Let's see, what else? What else can we do? I mean, we should be able to hit into the blue range. So we may try for a better shovel and a better spiky club. So at any rate, I think in this episode, we're going to do some gathery type stuff. We're going to go out and collect some trees. We're going to build a tree farm. So that is the kind of repair and rebuilding that happens after either you fight a horde or you fight a horde-like substance that is happening up in there. So we are going to craft some steel ingots. I think I have like 1 steel ingot. So we only need, was it 4 to make a pick? Well, I'm going to put crafting into the crafting menu. Steel pickaxe. So we need 4. And then after this one is done, we'll switch it out and start making iron ingots. So, and I'm thinking maybe we'll put a tree farm out over there, just to have going. So maybe we will run out into the forest, if you will, grab some trees, grab some dirt, and then plant the tree farm out over there. And maybe, yeah, there we go. Okay, so switch you out. Did you fall on the ground? Yes. So you go back in with this. Okay. So let's see what we can do. Steel pick. Ooh. Yeah, baby, yeah. That is near to as good as we could get, I think. That is a nice steel pick. You are now on the farm team. We're going to send you down to AAA Louisville. Not you. All right. So, shovel is next. And, oh, you know what we could do in between? We could be picking crops. And so this episode will be a little slower than what we're used to. But, you know, every once in a while, you got to do stuff like pick the crops. You got to do stuff like plant the crops. You got to wax on, wax off, and paint the fence, you know. Fences ain't painting themselves. It's the apocalypse. So after we have started our tree farm and done all those other things that we've talked about, I think the next project for us is going to be knocking the base out, the Lord of the Rings base. I did get a ton of comments that were exhibiting concern over my mental health with regard to making the these are 16 wide, I think. No. With regard to making the defense walls out of reinforced wood. It being, in the opinion of many, the more expensive process, of limited benefit, because they're basically, as far as like hardness and stuff, very similar. And I agree with that. I just thought the idea was that once you've got a mine, iron is pretty easy to get. And I guess it's just tedious to get the other stuff. I'm not really sure what my thought process was. I think it's just because at the end of the day, the reinforced wood is lighter. It has less mass than the cobblestone does. But when we're talking about building trench walls, that's not really a factor, because you're not. It's not a structure that's being supported in any way. Oh, hitboxes. This is Alpha 12. It's about time you got better. So let's do 16 of you. So I think reluctantly, well, not even reluctantly, I think that you're right. I think that if you were one of those voices that said you really should be making the walls out of cobblestone, I think you're right. And I think we will switch approaches on that base and move to cobblestone. And now that we have ready access to iron, that may be something that we're doing. No. Now that we have ready access to iron, what I was going to say was, I think we're going to be incorporating... Oh, look, the trees are growing. We are going to be incorporating more metal trussing into builds as well. So I think that'll help us with all kinds of things. And more and more in the comments, folks have said, and you may have been one of them, that just go ahead and craft or spawn in the concrete book. Because the way the loot tables work is that if you don't find a book, right, and it's a low-level book, say like the leather book, for example, right, that's supposed to be an early game book that you find early on. But if for some reason you don't find it early on and you get your XP gets pretty high, then it gets harder and harder to find the early books, because now with your XP as high as it is, you're getting the high-end stuff. So it's possible that it will be very difficult for us, Pat, to get the... Why am I trying to turn coffee beans into coffee beans? That it will be nearly impossible for us to get the concrete book because of that reason. I'm not entirely convinced that that is so. So I'm not entirely sold on the idea of spawning the concrete book in, but let me know in the comments what you think about that. It's kind of an interesting idea, right? At what point have the mechanics of the game that are kind of artificial anyway defeated your ability to play and foreclosed forever some part of the blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I guess my gamer senses are tingling at that. Especially since we have not really made the good college try to get loot like we could be. So, you know how that is. Okay, so let's put the goldenrod in here. Let's put the coffee beans in here. But let me know what you think in the comments about the prospect of just, you know, we have foregone and forsworn and forborne the inability to build with concrete. All the other cool kids are building with concrete. Should we just go ahead and say, wow, that was a fun experience, now let's build with concrete? So let me know what you think in the comments about that. I mean, personally, I can tell you I'm still kind of leaning, if you could not tell, I'm still kind of leaning away from that. Excuse me. But, you know, we'll see. Maybe if I start making a better effort to get the loot drops, then we can talk. But maybe not right now. It's going to take 4 minutes. What the heck? You can have it. Consider the rest a tip. All right, let's see. So how many iron ingots? We got 17. So let's see what we can do. How many sticks do we have? 6. Oh, but we got like a bunch of wood. Giggity. All right. We'll make that and make you. And let's start with Spiky Club. And craft. Ooh. Where's this guy going? Louisville. AAA. Bye-bye. Spike Club. All right. Shovel. Iron shovel. Ooh. Fancy. Where's this guy going? I'll send this one not to Louisville, but to Toledo to play with the Mud Hens. So there's that. Okay. So, all right. So we have, let's go ahead and repair those things which we could not improve. Repair you. Repair you. And not scrap. And I know somebody mentioned in the comments, you know, you can craft with the doing the right-click stuff. Pat, I'm so afraid of the right-click menu. Having scrapped, as you know, so much stuff on accident. So many books that I could have used. Just the prospect of... I hear to enemy. Just the prospect of the possibility of accidentally scrapping anything at this point, because let me let me be clear. Sometimes not you, Pat, obviously, but other people in the comments can be cruel when it comes to my accidentally scrapping things. So, yeah. And also, I heard you loud and clear. If you were part of the cacophony of concern, if you will, over my holding frames over everything and putting that nice green block over your screen, I hope that did not, like, burn into your monitor or television or phone. So, if I did burn a green wood frame silhouette into your monitor, I do apologize. But I will try not to do that anymore. I will try not to... who is dying on spikes out there? I will try not to do that anymore. How are you doing in here? You need, like, way more coal. Alright, so I have another stack of scrap left, I think. So we're still good on that. We may have to hit the mines at some point. Okay, so it's like 1900 hours. Can I get like someplace close and at least start the process of gathering trees? Supplies! That the supplies joke did not really work there. That was a stretch. That's going to look cool when all the trees are on there. It's going to look awesome as. All right. Well, let's see if we can get out to the forest. Just grab some at least before we have to cut away. What? Dude? Seriously. That was not even convincing. Your friend cheated. And I missed your head. That just broke immersion, you know? I am so out of the game right now. Let's see. All right. I should probably repair this also. Wait. Did I hear spider zombie? I could have sworn I heard scream. Bear pig. And there's a lady. No? Well, no. There it is. Got to be heading toward the forges. Right? Oh. Hello, boyos. Okay. So we did in fact hear screamers and a bear. All right. Sounds like the bear is in town. Come to see a show. Maybe have some dinner. All right. Well, let's see. Can we get some saplings and dirt real quick? Oh, come on. That should count. That should not. All right. I gave you a little emergency trach. Oh, wow. Rusty much, Midnight? See, I play one episode with guns, and then after that, I'm ruined forever for bow and arrow combat. All right. Give me saplings. Now, to be safe, I probably should be just getting the fully grown trees because I know they will drop saplings. If I want to go for efficiency, that would be wise. Did I get them both? No. Wait. There. How you like me now? All right. So now that that's on the bar, we can kind of keep track of our progress as it progresses. Nice. Really? None? All right. Well, I tell you what. I'm going to do this for a few more minutes, and then I will cut away. And come morning, we will start planting trees and getting some stuff done. So you hold tight, and I will be right back. I did want to take a chance to respond to a comment somebody had left because they were very anxious for me to respond to it, so I will do so. It is on the screen right now, so you can read along. This was back from the episode where I talked about like the broken ankle stuff, and a lot of folks responded about like how they wanted to kind of see the broken ankle stuff still, but it was kind of getting a little old. So we're trying to think of maybe different ways to approach that. Just FYI. So we are definitely hearing what you're saying. But in the midst of that whole discussion, I mentioned the fact that, that I'm a lawyer and all that other stuff. So I got this question. Hey, Midnight, I have a question considering USA legislation. What would be legal status of, let's say, alien advanced group that committed what one could unfavorable for that group describe as crimes against humanity, extermination, experiments, etc.? Also, what would be legal status of corporate conglomerate having access to ET technology and managing financial / production structures in secrecy outside commercial and official military above president clearance legislation, etc. In other words, what, if any, would be impact of alien disclosures on human legislation? You'd be surprised how many times I get that question as a lawyer. Now, let me preface this by saying that this should not be construed as legal advice. So while I am a lawyer, I am not a really, 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 really dumb lawyer, and that's what the kind of lawyer you would have to be to give legal advice on YouTube. Having said that, I can tell you that generally speaking, the legislation in the United States with regard to crimes and property refers to persons. So crimes against or committed by persons. So the legislation, the USA legislation, if you will, defines a person as a human being or a corporation. So ET would not be considered a person, and therefore anything that is done to ET would not be considered a crime. ET is also not an animal, so anything done to ET would not be considered cruelty to animals. ET cannot own property because ET is also not a person, so anything ET brings with him or her, you could just take. Let's see, I think I covered... and as far as like technology and what if EA got a hold of alien technology and started using it, well, that would depend case by case on the technology itself. So as far as ET goes and his ability or her ability to either commit crimes or have crimes committed against him or her, it would be impossible. If you are trying to envision a historical analog for ET, imagine the status of slaves prior to the Civil War in the United States. They were not considered persons, and so therefore, you could take their stuff, you could beat them up, you could kill them. They were considered non-persons. So, if you want to play out scenarios in your head of what would this be like, look at how the law in the United States was before the Civil War. So pre-1860, 65. So there you go. There's the answer to your question. I answered it live. Well, not really live. In the form of recording, which worked out perfectly for us because did you see how I put this block around? Did it drive you crazy? I'm sorry. So that's the answer to your question. You probably didn't actually see that green block because I had most of the time I had the question up. And that worked out perfect because now it is morning and I'm going to plant my 7 sad, pathetic saplings. So what I grabbed was the 299 wood frames that I had stuck in a chest because I'm going to use those instead of making more frames. So let's see here. So I kind of want to do... I'm just going to do something real simple. So... not like that. Come on, Midnight. Come on. Place. All right, so let's see. We got 1, 2, 3. And then we will do... just for now, we'll just put them like this. And then 1, 2, 3. And then 1 here. Okay, so our 7 trees. Back up. What? Wow, you were really loud from really far away. All right. Let's just clear the shrubbery. Let's do this like professionals. All right, so we will place. See, that is not how a professional would have done it. Okay, now as far as these go, let's turn them upside down. Like that, right? I see your shadow. You're not fooling anybody. You're terrible at this. I mean, not as bad as me, but still. All right, now I got to return my frames. Come on, let's do it. All this because I'm cheap. Which, you know, is a fine reason to do things in a certain way. Yes, because I hear you. Where are you? Man, the ladies make the call out from the distance, don't they? Oh, you know what? I should have tried to make a better bow. I should do that right now, right? Bow? Wait, what am I missing? More sticks? Give me blue, give me blue. Yeah! See ya! Enjoy the mud hens. Oh, right. And now I have to do the... Because you can't... Okay. Alright, so... Let's just... get this done. And so we would have another here. Another here. And another... here. Here. Get out of the way. And here. And then frames would come around here. You go away. Dang it. Place. Place. And like that. And then we will place, place, place. And we will upgrade all of these one. And while we're doing that, we're going to wrap up the episode. So, if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you want to see more, subscribe. If you want to start a conversation, why don't you start one? Where? In the comments section below. We accomplished a lot. We upgraded all of our tools. We've started a tree farm. We have given intergalactic legal advice, which was not legal advice. So, a pretty packed episode. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.